What's up, guys? Welcome back to my daily trade journal series. Today is day 17 of where I'm trading one system, one ticker, S&P 500 futures every single day for a full year. And I'm going to journal every session to track the progress, reflect, and sharpen my execution. And I'll share my lessons along the way, and hopefully you guys learn some from there and grow as well with me. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll also break down key levels that I'm watching for tomorrow and how our system works too. So for today, I made about $295.37. Had a perfect trading day, 5 out of 5, and I essentially finished trading by 9:55 or 9:53.55, right? And that was it. I started the market at 9:30, closed it there, and I just walked away. And I didn't want to make more money. I didn't want to lose any more money. I was satisfied where I was. And the reason I did that was because we had a bunch of great signals that played out extremely well. So I'll go over that with you over here. So this morning, when market opened, we had a 7 a.m. signal on the ES. That was X7 buy signal, which is one of the highest tier buy signal that we can have. And that means that signals that market makers are loading up in the market and we're extremely bullish. So that was one confirmation of bullishness for me for today. Then 9 a.m. we had market structure flipping bullish on X3 Algo. So that was double confirmation that we're bullish, right? Now, the third one was when market opened, we back tested the MOB, and that's my perfect entry. So that's an A plus setup for me. We hit the MOB. I went my entry. It didn't break it. It held it. So we pushed back up. I closed my position, came back down, tested again, and I bought in. It pushed back up. Now at that time it tested. It almost faked us out. Market structure had flipped bearish at that exact time as I went in. Well, actually a little bit after, like a few seconds after I went in, it flipped bearish, but then it flipped right back to bullish. So it invalidated the bearish signal. It was a trick because where they had sold just enough volume to kind of tilt the algo to think things were bearish, but it wasn't. So at that point, came back up here. I made my money. I was out. So this was around before 10. I made my money. I'm out. And I had one more position I was holding. I got out around here as well. So that was pretty good. And then at 10 a.m., we also had a X3 buy signal. We just had a bunch of buy signals today. And then 10:20, we also had another buy signal. So 10 a.m. buy signal was over here. 10:20 signal was somewhere over here. And then at 12, we had another one. Where's 12? That was over here. And then 12:40. Oh, 12, we had a buy signal and market structure flipping bearish. But that was a fake flip also. The market kept trying to do fake flips on us today where they had tried to sell just enough volume to tilt the indicator to think that market was going to be selling, but it wasn't. It was a fake flip, and then we eventually remained bullish. And then 112, we had our first X3 sell signal that was over here. And then eventually we did push up a little bit higher and then came and then pushed down. So this is the area you want to start buying here and you want to buy here because now we're still in bullish structure. You want to take it all the way up here. So overall, it was a pretty good day. If I stayed longer, I might have made more money, but I was pretty satisfied where I was at, and I didn't want to risk losing any more money. It's super rare for me to be able to sit there and say, hey, I finished trading in 30 minutes. That was probably one of the quickest trading sessions I ever had. And I want to keep it that way. I want to continue focusing doing other work because sometimes if you're back trading, you're doing all that stuff, you could lose and give it all up too. So now that we got that over the way, I'll go over levels for tomorrow. So key levels that we're watching for tomorrow is 64.50 and 64.35. The reason we're watching for those levels, these they are here. So tomorrow, what that means is that if we hit 64.50 and we continue to bounce off it, I expect us to be bullish. If we went under it and then we went back over it, I expect it to be bullish still, right? We want to stay bullish. The only time we don't think it's going to be bullish anymore is if we go like this. We just crush right through both levels. Now we want to flip bearish and we want to start shorting the resistance like here. We expect this to happen and we expect more hell to break loose. So I hope that helps you guys a little bit with the levels. And then if you guys were bearish today and you didn't understand why the market was so bullish, I'll tell you why as well. So we're looking at 5-minute and 10-minute time frame, right? And I'll tell you why today was extremely bullish and extremely reasonably so. So last night we had news that the Fed, one of the Fed got fired uh, by Trump, right? And and the market had dropped. It had panicked in that, and we hit the MOB. We back tested that moving average there, and we held it extremely well. We even did a double bottom hole, and we naturally push higher highs and higher lows from there, right? So higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Naturally, that pushed us up higher. Now, I know a lot of people were bearish from Friday because we had boom, just push off this like what was that, like almost 100 point move, this humongous move, right? And people were like, "Oh, this is what a ridiculous move," and all that stuff. And yeah, it was. And we spent yesterday chopping, going nowhere, right? And then we pulled back overnight. So all that extreme bullishness got taken care of within the last 36 hours, give or take, in terms of trading hours. And now we're pushing back up. So this is neutral. This is very common. This is very fair. In terms of moving average strategies, this is playing out exactly as it should because all these moving averages are breaking out, which means we should be going higher. And we just broke out over here as well. So we should be going higher. And so far, we have also been holding these support levels. So there's no reason to be absolutely bearish unless we start losing some of these levels, which we have not yet. So I hope that gives you guys a good understanding of why you should remain bullish, why you shouldn't be randomly shorting and thinking like, oh, hell's gonna break loose, because we have no reason to, absolutely none right now at the moment. Unless NVDA have really bad earnings tomorrow, or some other crazy thing happen, or like or the France, the country of France, like go bankrupt and their currency start devaluing and all that stuff, I think we're pretty good. I think we can remain bullish, but we do need another pullback toward the end of the day today or overnight to here and maybe a push back up. That's what I would be hoping to see. That'll be a good steady push. So I hope that helps. And if you guys enjoy this, please subscribe, thumbs up, help us push the video a little bit more. And appreciate you guys watching, and thank you and have a great day.